Okay, we are going to go ahead and look at the quadratic equation. And well, we're going to use this quadratic equation, y equals 5x squared plus 3x minus 2. And we're going to use our quadratic equation to figure out the x variable of our intercept. So note we are trying to find the vertex, which I give you the vertex formula, and the x-intercepts. So let's see if we have any x-intercepts here. So this one we're going to have x equals, and remember we're going to break our equation up as a, b, c. Okay, a is 5, b is 3, c is a negative 2, because remember that negative goes with us. So the opposite of b, so we've got the opposite of 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which would be 3 times 3 or 9, minus 4 times our a, which is 5, times our c, which is negative 2. We're going to divide that all by 2 times our a value of 5. Okay, so we're going to start out like that. Now let's go ahead and start breaking things down. So we've got negative 3 plus or minus the square root. We've got 4 times 5 times negative 2, which will give us 5 times negative 2 is negative 10 times 4 would be negative 40. So we've got 9 minus a negative 40. And divide that all by 5 times 2 or 10. Okay, we've got 9 minus negative 40, which is the same as 9 plus 40. So we've got negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 49 divided by 10. Okay, square root of 49 we know is 7. So we've got negative 3 plus or minus 7 divided by 10. So if I subtract 7, I've got negative 3 minus 7, so I get negative 21 over 10. If I add 7, I get negative 3 plus 7, which would give me 4 over 10. Okay, these would be my y, or my x-intercepts. Negative 21 comma 10, 4 comma 10. And if you look at your graph, we're crossing over just shy of 1, or quite a bit shy of 1, probably close to 1/2. So we're crossing over about 0.4. That would be this point right here, if I can draw that in, that would be the point 4/10, comma 0. That's one of our x-intercepts. Our other x-intercept is right here. And if we look at that, if we do 21 divided by 10, we're going to get approximately 2.1. Okay? Well, if you look, this is probably very, very close to that 2.1 mark. Again, kind of hard to tell, but that point there will cross over at negative 21 over 10, comma 0. Those are our y-intercepts. Okay? Or x-intercepts, excuse me. So now we're going to find our vertex. Our vertex coordinates are the opposite of b over 2a, and then we're going to plug that in to find our y-coordinate. So our x-coordinate is the opposite of b over 2a. So we're going to go over here in our formula. Our b is 3, so we're going to get negative 3 over 2 times our a value, which is 5. So we get negative 3 over 10. Okay, that's going to be our x value. Now to solve it for y, we're actually going to plug that in for our x's. So we're going to get 5 times negative 3/10. And we're going to square that because we're going to plug that in for our x squared. We're going to add 3 times negative 3/10. And we are going to subtract 2. Okay, so when we square that, we get, oh, I lost my pen. We're going to get 5 times 9 over 100 plus, so we've got negative 9 over 10 minus 2. We multiply our 5 in, so we get 45 over 100 plus negative 9 over 10 minus 2. A couple different ways you can do that. I'm just going to do it in my calculator real quick because I'd like to, might as well use a calculator in a situation like this. And I get negative 2.45, which I can convert to the fraction negative 49 over 20. Okay, so that tells me that my coordinate is occurring at negative 3/10. So I'm going to rewrite it over here, negative 3/10, comma, negative 49 over 20. Okay, that represents this point right here. So we go back just about 0.3, and we're going to go down just over 2, which would match up to that. So that point is negative 3/10, comma, negative 49 over 20.